This survey found that a third of small businesses have stopped operating amidst the pandemic, and 11% expect to fail if these conditions persist. Obviously, behind every one of these businesses are people, and more people, and it is just devastating. What was most shocking to you about the findings here?
Well, it's exactly what you said. We had planned this survey a few months ago. And when we first thought we were launching, if you think back even 3 months, we expected a completely rosy picture for small businesses. But that's not what we found. And what's really important for everyone to understand is small businesses are the engine of job growth in our country. 2/3 of the jobs created before coronavirus came from small business. So they're going to have to lead the recovery. And along with the statistics you just shared, a third not operating at all, 11% expect to fail. One of the numbers that really jumped out at me from our report is that more than half of small business owners don't expect they will be able to rehire the employees they'd laid off, within a reasonable period of time. And that means that we have our challenges cut out for us in getting America back to work.
So small businesses account for 2/3 of U.S. job growth, and they also account for the vast majority of advertisers on Facebook. Talk to us about how crucial they are to Facebook as a constituency and what small businesses mean for Facebook strategically.
We're in the business of small business. 160 million small businesses use our free tools and services every month. 8 million are advertisers, so the advertising is a fairly small fraction of what we do with them. We're a big company and we have deep pockets and we're lucky. So our focus right now is not really on our own business, which is doing fine. We just reported our quarter, but really on helping small businesses understand what's going on with this report. We launched a $100 million fund, 40 million of which was earmarked for the US, half of that earmarked for minority, women, and veteran-owned businesses. Our focus is really their business. We want to help small businesses survive because we think we all have a responsibility to do as much as we can through this crisis.
Now, I know a lot of businesses have been getting creative about using technology, using the web to market themselves. Facebook has for some time been working on bumping up the e-commerce experience on the platform. And I wonder if you're accelerating any of those efforts in part to help some of these small businesses, whether it is shopping on Instagram or WhatsApp storefronts.
We are, and we're going to have more to share with product updates tomorrow in commerce and other things that help. What we're seeing small businesses do on the platforms are incredible. There are so many good stories, but one of them is there is a bookstore called I See Me out of Missouri, and they're a local community bookstore, and they're really for Black children to see books and get books about their own history and see the positive role models that aren't written about enough. They really did everything in person, but now they're doing classes with Facebook online and pushing online sales. So they've morphed something that was totally offline into an online activity. There's a grooming company out of Kalamazoo, Michigan, that is now taking their production expertise. They make men's grooming supplies and helping a local distillery make hand sanitizer and helping people find it and donating it to local hospitals. So the resilience of small business is now so apparent. And it comes out in our report. 57% of small businesses, despite all the bad stats you and I have shared, say that they're still optimistic over the long run for the future of their business. And that's hope I think we all need to hold on to right now.
Now, you're also highlighting some of the challenges being faced by female entrepreneurs. And I'm curious if you can share some of your thoughts about how the pandemic is impacting female entrepreneurship and impacting women in general, especially given childcare issues, school being closed, and how that might be sort of a double whammy and make the situation even harder on women than it already is.
Well, you and I have talked about this so many times, but women work a double shift before coronavirus. And now new data that my foundation put out last week is showing very clearly that women are putting in a double shift. The average heterosexual straight couple right now, the woman is working 71 hours a week doing childcare and housework. That's in addition to what's often a full-time job. Men are doing 50. That's a gap of 21 hours a week. 21 hours a week is half a full-time job. And so again, Emily, you and I have talked for so many years about what has to happen in the workplace has to happen at home. This is a great time for men to lean in to their families is a huge burden for everyone right now, and to take as much of it as they can so that women aren't going to completely burn out, which we're already seeing.